Lamar Jackson returns under center for the Baltimore Ravens tonight as they're in South Florida to face the Miami Dolphins. Jackson returning from a hamstring injury suffered in Week 4. Week 9 starts at 8:15 Eastern Time. Bengals have the Bears coming to town on Sunday. Bengals quarterback Joe Flacco limited in practice today because of a shoulder injury. Cardinals quarterback Kyler Murray's on track to return from his foot injury. He missed 2 games because of it. Cardinals had a bye in Week 8, but he's slated to start Monday night against the Cowboys, according to Arizona head coach Jonathan Gannon. Texans wide receiver Nico Collins has cleared concussion protocol. He'll start against the Broncos coming up on Sunday. In college football, Texas quarterback Arch Manning practiced today. He remains in concussion protocol as the Longhorns get set to host number 9 Vandy. Nebraska's given head coach Matt Rule a 2-year extension that runs through the 2032 season. And the Washington Nationals have hired 33-year-old Blake Butera as their new manager. I'm Dan Byer.
Oh, man. What a day. Thursday with Covino Rich.
Man, oh man, of shivets.
Let's do it.
All right. Throwing it back. Thursday's the new Friday. The weekend, the Halloween weekend, officially begins.
Hey, it's a quote, QB Halloween.
Yeah.
Halloween is upon us.
It is. It's right here. And we got some treats for you in the form of sound effects provided by Iowa Sam.
Hi, Sammy.
Whoa. Yeah. We do old school sound effects. Sam's got you. We got Danny G. He's our super producer. He runs this show. Mike runs this place. Danny runs the show. Spotty's on the videos at Covino and Rich FSR. Dan Byer, the great, is here. And thank you for rocking out with us. Let's go. Hope you had a Blue Jays sort of night. Hope you had a Savage sort of night. A Davis Schneider leading off the game with a bomb, setting the tone.
While his dad was filming it on his iPhone, which was wild. You know, Danny G was kind enough to give me a ride yesterday. My car was at the dealership, and we left the studio.
I hope you gave him some gas money.
By the time we got to the car.
Did you give him some gas money, you cheapskate?
It was on his way, but now I have to because you said that.
That's right, because an Uber would have cost you at least $50. Here in L.A., $75 with traffic.
No gas money needed.
Yeah, man, at least $2.
$2? At least $2.
Well, because Rich owes me money first, so I'm not going to be, giving that away.
Where's my $2? Where's my $2?
We leave here, and the game was just about to start. Danny puts on the local affiliate, 570. And we're like, wait a minute, how is it already 2-0? It was one of those like, all right, Danny, stop the car. Let me look on Twitter real quick.
Don't you hate that? That is the worst. By the way, the worst feeling. You miss like 2 minutes. It's already 2-0. Seriously.
Hey, by the way, some jabroni cut us off as we were trying to get on the freeway, so we almost did stop the car.
Yeah.
And Danny G nailed it in our pre-show meeting. We always say you got to set the tone, but you automatically, immediately, put pressure on the Dodgers at home when you start off the game with 2 home runs, back-to-back bombs. So, again, Schneider, who's in for George Springer, it is about stepping up, too, right? He's stepping up in these big moments. Players need to step up. Some players are stepping down, a la Mookie Betts.
Ooh.
But he stepped up, hit a bomb. Vladdy Jr. gets up, hits a bomb.
Oh boy.
Now the Dodgers are like, oh, no. Gripping the bats extra tight, and you're seeing it with Freddie Freeman. You're seeing it with Mookie Betts. You're seeing it, which means that there's probably less pressure in Game 6. It's going to be a Game 7, guys.
No,
there's going to be a Game 7.
I could George Foreman guarantee there'll be a Game 7, which is the highest form of guarantee. I guarantee.
You know why? It's just the perfect ending. We'll talk more about this on Overpromised, our bonus show today. But it's been such a great season. We've talked baseball more than ever before. that it's only fitting that it comes down to a Game 7.
By the way,
So-
you talked about missing moments in big games, how aggravating. You ever at a game, it doesn't even need to be a postseason game, but you pick the minute to go grab a beer or a hot dog, and that's when someone hits a home run.
Yes.
Did you see Freddie Freeman's aunt said that she just caught his game-winning home run in the 18th inning? She was for, I think it was like late inning coffee or ice cream or something, and Freddie Freeman's aunt said, I almost missed his home run.
Oh, that's so crazy, right? All the families there, everybody's tuned in. I mean, we're on the edge of our seat. Imagine if you're related to these players. That's a whole other thing, and Rich already pointed it out. Davis Schneider, he's that weenie with the mustache who's in for Springer. Real scrappy guy. Again, it's about the key players that step up, and he's one of those dudes. One of the most heart-touching, heartwarming, heart-tugging moments.
Was that your favorite Christina Aguilera song?
What?
Weenie with a mustache?
No.
Oh, that's Genie in a Bottle.
Weenie.
He's a weenie with a mustache.
Or the song I
baby.
sing about you, Weenie with a Model. Have you ever seen Rich's wife? He's a
Thanks.
weenie with a model, baby.
Thanks, bud. I'll take it.
One of the most heartwarming moments is Schneider's dad. You would think he had better seats, but he's sitting there filming the moment on his cell phone, and he's watching his son hit a World Series home run and high-fiving everybody. It is it honestly makes you want to shed one a little bit.
Well, we have thoughts not only about baseball, football, NBA, Halloween, just a lot of fun today. So we appreciate you hanging with us. I do have a question based on what you just said.
Sure.
Surprised he didn't have better seats? He had pretty decent seats. There's only so many people, only so many seats. Celebrities are out and about. But here's my question. If you find yourself sitting next to Schneider's dad and you're a Dodgers fan, how does that change the way you root?
I think you, as a human, right?
Well, that's what I am.
Yeah. Well, unless you're some sort of cave person with no heart.
As a
you're rooting
Sasquatch.
for this guy's son to do well in that moment. If you're getting to know him and, you're like, man, that's your son, no way. And you have this human man-to-man moment with the guy. You're not going to root against him.
If
I mean,
you
what sort
have-
of loser would do that?
If you have a true kind moment with Schneider's dad,
right.
like, hey, what's your name, Bob? Oh, hey, Bob, good to meet you.
Bob Schneider.
Yeah, I'm a big Dodgers guy. How are you a Blue Jays fan, man? Yeah, my son.
Your son is
I-
David Schneider?
I think you almost need to root for your team, but also in that moment be like, all right, I'm going to root for your kid, just not to get any big hits. Like, all right.
yeah, you're rooting for his kid to hit a
'cause
single or a
yeah,
double or
are
something.
you-
Oh, too late. Your kid hit a home run. You suck.
Yeah. Home run, I don't know. Your feelings might change a little bit, and that's what set the tone. And you know what? The Dodgers lost. They let that game get away from them. Look, no one was hitting Savage anyway. 12 strikeouts, insane year, insane story. We can't harp on that enough. But you also can't look at Snell and say he pitched bad because he got in the zone after that, and you got to give him credit for it. Again, it's the Dodgers bats that didn't step up. Snell, calm down, has nothing to show for it in this postseason or in this World Series, but he didn't pitch bad at all after that.
No, you got to give him run support.
Yeah, you got to
Yeah.
give him run support.
I-
So
I-
props to him.
I do wonder when you see some of these postseason heroes, like a Savage, young dude, as we said,
Young family kid, too. Another great story.
Savage, as we pointed out, I believe he started the year in Little League. Then he played Pony Ball. Then he played Babe
Yep,
Ruth.
that's exactly
And then
what
he
happened.
played Connie Mack.
Mhm.
And then I think he played in the Mexican League.
Yeah,
then he went to
for
the
a
DR.
minute,
And then,
I think he
and
went to Japan for a second, then single A, double A.
Now
Yep.
he's pitching in the World Series. What is the expectation of this kid next year? Like, would you be shocked if he becomes top tier?
Yeah, are
style
we witnessing
pitcher, or-
the start of a superstar, or is he just having a superstar moment?
Like, of course, I'm going to tie it to my Mets because that's what I know best. Remember at the end of the year, they brought up that kid McClain?
Yeah.
And he was untouchable?
Yeah.
And you're like, yo, if he had a full season, he'd be like the Cy Young. That was a month and a half sample size.
Yeah, is he lightning in the bottle, or is this the start of an amazing career?
Or do you
right?
say, like, wow, Blue Jays win it or not, next year, they have another ace?
Hey,
or
no
does
matter
he,
what, he's a World Series hero for the rest of his life. So not a bad way to start off your career, but can he keep that going in the years to come, or is this just the moment that we all get to witness? So props to him. Hey, props to the Blue Jays and the Dodgers. It's been an exciting World Series. And tonight you get to focus on some football, Thursday Night Football, and then back at it again tomorrow for Game 6.
1, and then after 6 is what?
6, 7.
Thank you. Which, by the way, according to dictionary.com, this is embarrassing, became the 2025 word of the year. I'm like, it's not even a word. 6, 7. So you got a game 6 tomorrow, and I have one final thought about that. But I heard someone say something interesting, and I totally always feel this way. I call it
Hyper?
the one man to beat theory.
Oh.
I'll give credit where it's due. When I was trying to get with my wife, our one mutual friend, this woman, Allie, Allie said, yeah, Sarah's dating some dude, but he sucks. And I go, oh, she's dating someone? And she goes, no, that's a good thing.
Can we just tell a quick backstory?
Yeah.
His wife, Sarah, is from Texas. And I've seen America's Sweethearts on Netflix. A lot of these Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders have weak taste. They're like super hot women with the goofiest guys.
What are you saying?
No. This has nothing to do with you. I'm just saying whoever she was with at the time.
I don't know. I'm trying to decide how.
No. No. It has nothing to do with you.
Texas girls with doofy taste.
No, I'm getting this. You're great. You're great. This has nothing to do with you. I'm saying whoever she was with, I've seen the show. I see where they go.
So her friend and our one mutual friend, Allie, said, that's good because a single hot girl, you're competing against every other guy. When a girl you meet is dating one terrible dude, you just need to beat him. The one man to beat theory.
It's easier to beat the one man than a bunch of people.
It's easy,
especially in a world of social media.
It's easier to outshine one guy that's failing than everyone.
But you're meddling then.
I would say I'm married with 2 beautiful children.
Yeah, you won.
Medal away. I won.
You did, yeah.
Now, I say that because I saw someone say, like, if you're the Yankees and your division rival is a game away from winning the World Series, you have to now design your team to beat the Blue Jays. And when you see how fundamentally sound and how they foul off balls, they work counts, they play small ball, you now have to figure out, well, what the Yankees are doing in the next couple years, if things stay the same, they're not going to get past that team.
It's not even that they play small ball. They're playing baseball, and that's why, as much as I dislike them, I love the way they're playing the game. It's not about just swinging for the fences all the time. In fact, your Dodgers are starting to look like the Yankees, where they're relying too much on the home run, and they're pressing a little too hard.
And Danny, this applies not just to baseball. You don't think there's an AFC equation every year where coordinators get together and they're like, all right, how do we beat the Chiefs?
That's totally the thinking.
Like, all right, that's great. In our division, that's great. But if we really want to ever go somewhere, how do we beat the Chiefs?
I like your tie-in, though. Again, this stems from relationship thinking. The one-man-to-beat theory does translate in sports as the one-team-to-beat theory.
And
it's
I
like,
think,
well, if they're the team, how do we beat them? And you draft players and you get players to combat their main players, and that's how you play the game.
And on the flippity-dip, which would be the proper terminology, the flippity-dip of that, whether the Dodgers come back or not, which I'm a believer that they do. Believe it or not, Danny, you would love to hear that I think they're going to win in the Game 7.
As long as you're not in attendance to jinx them like you did the
maybe
Mets.
I shouldn't give my son his Mookie Betts jersey. Maybe I'm the problem. So I feel like if you're a National League fan, even if the Dodgers fall short, you have to then look at what the Blue Jays are doing and say, all right, well, how do we build our National League team to get past them? Because that's really the goal.
By the way, how did you end up beating this guy? You can't leave us with a cliffhanger.
He was a jealous.
Were you Stallone?
He was a jealous type.
Yeah.
He was like a loud type of like seemed like a mean guy. And so I'm like, I'm calm, lovable.
Let's just be the opposite.
I'm not jealous.
You're calm.
Easy breezy guy.
Calmer than you.
So you send flowers to their house.
Calmer than you right now.
You know what I actually did when I first dated my wife? This shows how long ago it is. You know, Instagram and TikTok aren't a thing. So I had to find her home address. And I thought I found her home address, and I found her dad's address by mistake. So I sent flowers and all these goodies, and her dad's like, who's this shock jock trying to bang my daughter?
Whoa!
Was the quote. Hey. His name is Rich Davis. All right.
And he won her heart.
Yes, and I won her heart.
The one man to beat theory.
So what do you do moving forward to beat a team that's well-rounded like the Blue Jays? That is the question that every team is going to examine. The same way NFL has examined, how do we beat the Chiefs? I'm sure for years, NBA teams try to figure out, like, how do you contain a team with the Splash Brothers at the time? Like when Clay and Steph were just beating everyone with the three-pointer. Like
that's what they're doing when they watch film and they're on the drawing board and they're trying to figure it out.
But it goes beyond the drawing board in the locker room. It goes into the drafting process, free agency. Like, what do we need to do? What's the missing piece?
It's hard to beat a player or a team that never gives up. And when you got to battle against a team like the Blue Jays who just swing and put the ball in play and make contact, it's very tough.
What's the missing piece?
It always goes back. Again, we're talking baseball. It's a simple game, right? Yeah. Well, it's not, but it is. They always say, and they say it because it's true, they meaning us, good pitching always stops good hitting. You saw it yesterday. You savaged 12 strikeouts. He struck out everybody in the Dodgers lineup. Everybody. That's a performance. So you need those dominant aces if you want to compete.
Is it an ace? Is it in football?
I'm saying it's always going to help, dude. You need a guy who could pitch like a Savage all the time.
Dan Byer, comes to mind for me as a Niners guy. The Niners couldn't get past the Cowboys, and they're like, we need one big, flashy defender, a guy that's going to be a game changer. They get primetime Deion Sanders, and that was what helped get them over the hump.
Yeah, and then Dallas is like, we need one guy to beat the 49ers, so we'll take Deion from him, and then the next year,
then they win.
Same thing.
It's so true.
It's true.
I think it's easier in football, though, than and honestly in the NBA.
NBA always looking for that big guy to compete with the other big guy.
Yeah, like in baseball, I get what you're saying in developing guys, but and guys do make it to the big leagues a lot quicker than they did previously. But still, I think that the way you do that is via free agency and trades.
Yeah.
So I think in those, like if you're looking to match Toronto in that way, that's probably how you do it because plus, I mean, some of these young kids are just, it's an absolute crapshoot, aside from the surefire first-round picks that you've got. And even those are sometimes.
But look at the NBA, right? And this is way premature, like Covino's reputation. If you look at Wemby, if he develops into what we all in the studio feel like could be over the next couple of years, there'll be a total mission to like, all right, what's the equation to stop him?
Need another 7'5"
Stilts.
giant.
Yeah,
stilts. Yeah,
you're gonna go find the next George Murasan with some actual abilities.
There is no way to stop that guy right now.
But Trey Savage isn't Wemby.
Yeah.
So if you're the Spurs, or if you're a team competing against the Spurs, you're like, how do we stop the other four guys? It's kind of what some people do with the Nuggets, honestly. They're like, let Jokic have his 50 points and his 10 rebounds, but as long as he doesn't have 15 assists, we should be good, but then we have a chance.
Well, I agree with Dan Byer 100%. And I had one last final thought on the World Series Game 6 tomorrow. And then we're going to get into some NFL. We'll go old school. It's a Thursday, having a lot of fun. I'm sure it's dawned on some people, but we live out here in L.A. I'm a New York sports fan, but I live out here in L.A., and I realize that tomorrow's Halloween. What are the primo hours of trick-or-treating for a kid? Usually what? A little kid's bedtime's like 8 o'clock, maybe 9 o'clock on a Halloween night.
Late afternoon, early evening.
Like 5 to 8. Oh, you mean the 3-hour window of World Series Game 6?
Damn it.
How many moms and dads are going to be walking around carrying their little, pushing their little wagon, making sure their kids say, hey, you say thank you, waving to the neighbor.
Bunch of dads looking at their phone the whole time.
With one AirPod in.
Say thank you.
Holding up their phone. I can't wait to see this scene tomorrow because it's going to be hilarious because I'll be doing the same, but look around anywhere, but especially in L.A. or on the West Coast, people are going to be checking out the game during the exact time frame kids will be trick-or-treating.
It's exactly going to happen.
And this stinks. This is the first year I'm going to take Koa. Me and Brenda are going to take Koa out to trick-or-treat. He's Lightning McQueen. So I was thinking, I know. I'll use my iPad as his car play because he's a car.
Or just tell him he's Lightning McQueen. We're going to do this really quick. Go to 2 houses and go home. But you know what, Danny G, what's interesting is you might think, if you don't have kids or little kids, no problem. If you're sitting at home watching the game, every 5 minutes, you're zoned in. Trick or treat, son of a... there's going to be a lot of people with take one signs outside their house. Because honestly, if you're sitting on the couch, cocktail in hand, watching the Dodgers tomorrow, watching the Blue Jays tomorrow, do you think you want to be interrupted every 2 minutes for a trick-or-treater?
It's gonna happen. Yeah, because kids are back out again. There was a lull a few years where like, where did all the kids go? Now it seems like they're back at it again. Danny G, you know what you could do too? You know, when you go up to the people's houses with your kid, you could just look into their living room and see if you can get the score. Like just peer into the TV.
I was going to mention some of the cool houses in the past have had TVs out on the rollers, like what Rich has set up with the sporting event on, so people can still see what's going on.
Consider it a warning, I guess, or a reminder to be prepared because you don't want to miss anything tomorrow if you're trick or treating or living the dad life.
Well, anyone in the Pacific time zone. I know most of our affiliates are in the East, so you're a little safer, but there'll be a lot of World Series overlap, and it happens every year. I remember, I didn't have kids yet, but I went to the World Series in 2015 on Halloween night. It happens. The world doesn't stop for kids to dress up and get candy, but it should be a fun night tomorrow. Dan Byer, your kid doing a little trick-or-treating tomorrow?
Oh, yeah. I'm not sure what the plan is exactly, but...
Did you do trunk or treat at your school? That's my new favorite thing.
There is a carnival at the school tomorrow morning, so I will be there tomorrow morning. There's a trunk or treat tonight, and then we'll do something on Friday. I don't know if your guys' neighborhoods have this, but I know in a lot of places around the country it's probably getting cold, but we have people who sit out in their driveways.
With tables and...
It's their hang. So there will be people with TVs, and the Dodger game will be out there, so it won't be as...
There's houses that hand out adult beverages.
Yes.
They're like, hey, trick-or-treat kids, and they'll offer the parents, like, hey, you want a beer? You want a glass of wine? Like, it's a thing now. It's going to be a fun night, but trunk or treat might be the one thing Covino and I...
It just adds for more excitement, honestly.
But you and I, trunk or treat's the one thing Covino and I both agree as parents we totally changed our mind on. I remember when I first heard the phrase trunk or treat, I'm like, how lame. What happened to trick or treating?
This is the wussification of America.
Yeah, I remember being
no more trick or treat.
What's going on? And then you go to your kid's school, they have like a DJ and all the cars are decorated and all the kids are getting candy and they're happy with their pals. And you're like, yeah, this is way cooler. And I get to chill. I don't have to walk around the neighborhood.
Well, yeah, because it's in tandem with trick or treat. It's not one or the other. You could still do both. All right, so tomorrow, an exciting night of Halloween and Game 6. Tonight, Thursday Night Football. We'll keep you posted on that. We got lots to get to today in a half hour. Old school when 50 hits. We throw it back and reminisce. We do that every Thursday, and we get you involved. The number's 877-99 on Fox. We got more Covino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio. It's one of the biggest cliches, but it's also very true that when it comes to sports, two best words in sports are Game 7. And everybody says it, and if you listen to sports talk radio, or you and your buddies are chopping it up, or you're at the barbershop, you hear things like that. Two best words in sports, Game 7. It's so I heard Chris Perfett say it today in an update, and I knew it was coming. And because, it's just something that everybody says, but it's true.
The best two words, guys.
Dude, we said it amongst each other hanging out yesterday.
He didn't say free food were the two best words?
No, hey, but you know what? I'm glad you said that.
Free food.
You said that because, hey, we're all pumped about the game tonight, especially if you don't have a team playing. You're just watching for fun. Man, it gives us more to talk about and something to watch because it's do or die. Every little pitch, every call, every hit, every pitch taken is a big moment tonight and under the microscope because everything counts and everything matters because it's do or die. It's for all the Tostitos, as we say. Game 7. But when it comes to the best two words, can we think of any other two words that compare but a PG-13 variation here for Fox Sports Radio?
Well, if you're going to keep it clean.
Like you said, free food. Yo, bro, those are two great words for anybody.
I was saying open bar.
Because I'll get out of my seat. I'm like, where? What's up? Where are we at? Free food? All right. Dude, that gets everybody pumped.
Yep.
You know, so not just Perfett, everybody. So let's get the phones going before we get into last one standing and all the other fun we have today and the prizes and everything else. Game 7 tonight. Are there two other best words that come to mind? But again, without being rated R and X.
When my wife and I actually get away from the kids, like when those few times a year we actually take a little getaway, adults only.
You love that, huh?
Oh, nothing bothers me more than other people's kids when
Other
I'm
people's
on
kids.
when I'm on vacation.
That's so funny.
If I'm
too, because
escaping- if
you're
I'm
a
es-
parent, you appreciate
The kid, I don't
kids.
know.
You know, like
Nope,
I love
nope.
kids. I got kids.
When I am not with my own kids and coaching and doing things at the school, when I'm not in that mode, get your stupid kids away from me.
I'm with you on vacations because you want to relax.
weddings
but
too.
That's what I don't get. Because,
No kids.
Like, how do the little kids ever get to know their family members if you don't want them at their party? Like,
Yeah,
some of my greatest
random
memories as
barbecue.
a kid was sliding around the dance floor, and that's the only time I see Uncle so-and-so anyway.
No kids at weddings.
Yeah, I can't get down with the wedding one. But the vacation one, I get it. No kids.
Kids will ruin a wedding.
I mean, for a guy who has 2 kids, it's pretty harsh.
She's
in my
so
opinion.
anti-kid.
Yeah, I know.
I'm so anti-kid.
Sound like a
Except
jerk
for your
to
own.
me. Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
jerk.
Sounds a little jerky. I think it's a
Wow.
cultural thing, and that's my polite way of saying it. I really do. Because in my family, like, if someone told my dad that he couldn't bring his kids, you know what he would say? Well, F you, I ain't going. Swear to God. My dad would be offended by that.
I'm coaching 4 days a week. I'm involved in the school
The kids
volunteering.
are not, but the kids are not part of the family that they can't come to the wedding.
But I don't want a kid at a wedding. You're dancing and drinking and having fun. You want little kids there? Get
it's
out
a
of here.
family affair.
You're on vacation. You're trying to have
That's what I'm
hotel
saying.
sex,
It's
lay
a
on the beach,
cultural
and do
thing.
everything you want. Your kids around? Get your kids out of there.
No. Vacation.
That's
I
what
think-
grandma's
I
for.
think that's different. And that's
Grandma.
why they separate certain
Yeah.
resorts. Like, that's the adults only side. That's the family side. I'm with you. I'm okay with that when you say vacation stuff.
And if
When
I
you
don't
say
and
family stuff, I'm like, man.
and if
then
I'm,
what the hell good is family if the kids can't be involved?
if my wife and I are going away for a couple days, Mexico, Aruba, Dominican Republic, we're going somewhere, and we're finally getting a break from our own 5 and 8-year-old. Do you think I want to see your stupid kids?
No kids.
Okay, no
according to
kids.
this guy.
Great
This guy
words.
claims he's dad of the year. He says no kids or I'll kick him out.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got one if you're a scandalous guy.
I'm with you on free food. I think that's my favorite one so
I mean, if
far.
you're a scandalous guy, what if a woman said, I'm discreet? No, is that-
Yeah. Or Rich, she says in your ear, I'm down.
I'm down.
Yeah.
I'm down.
I'm discreet. That's a good. Ooh. All right. So, what 2 words are music to your ears? What 2 words compare to
Ugh.
Game 7? If everybody loves to say Game 7, the best 2 words in sports.
Yeah. Covino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio. You want to come back in another life as a hot chick one day? You ever think about what that life might be like?
Have you seen Sydney Sweeney in the past 24 hours? My goodness.
Jesus.
If you haven't seen
Louises.
those pictures, she's breaking the internet. Covino and Rich. Iowa Sam playing some old school White Stripes. He's on the ones and twos. Danny G super producing. And, of course, we got a live chat going. Chime in live because we're streaming live on YouTube, Covino and Rich FSR. And if you miss any of today's show, any show ever, make sure to get our podcast, too. You could listen, you could watch. Thanks for being part of it. Rate it 5 stars because anything less is uncivilized. Covino and Rich, wherever you stream your podcasts.
And I bring up the whole, do you want to come back as a hot chick, not as just a random hypothetical. Livy Dunn,
Ooh.
likely the future Mrs. Paul Skeens. Power
I'd
couple.
rather be Paul Skeens than Livy Dunn because I get to reap the benefits of a Livy Dunn
Well, I guess
and pitch in the big leagues.
That is true.
So can I just come back as him, but better looking?
Looks way better with the beard. No
Beard
mustache.
helps, yeah.
So I bring it up because you remember Livy Dunn, the only criticism ever of the super hot LSU gymnast was she's cheering on Skeens, lifts her arms, and she had gross pit stains. Do you remember this moment?
I
was
do.
Sam, do you remember the Livy Dunn pit stain moment?
Yes, and
Nothing she could do could gross me out. So, you know.
I was Sam's like, could I buy that shirt on eBay?
No, I didn't go that far.
So she now, the one little, quote, blemish.
She's a
which is-
human being,
Yeah, no,
Rich.
exactly. But the one little, like, look at her sweating through her shirt, pit stains. She now landed apparently some big deal with secret deodorant, and she's the new face of the company.
wow.
So, like, when you're a hot
That's
chick-
turning dilemmas into lemonade.
When you're a hot, talented woman that looks like she does and you're business savvy, you take that little dilemma and, as you said, turn it into lemonade.
there you go.
Look at that. So congrats to Livy Dunn, the new face of secret deodorant.
All right, and you know
It's
what?
like Jaylen Brown. He needs to be the new spokesman for some type of hair product.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he got some
like
sort
if
of deal.
there was some new product, some like a hair paint
a
or
lot
product.
of people might not know that his actual hair rubbed off on a Knicks jersey, right? We talked about that on our midweek major yesterday.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. So if he's losing his hair and he's trying to fix it, yeah, there's a deal in play. I'm sure.
You don't think there's some male hair care product
It's like a thickener.
like a thickener or
Kind of
some
a-
type of like like a Topics is a brand, but like, you know, when you go down the hair aisle, there's hair products specifically for African American men. You don't think
I'm sure there's a
Jaylen
Soul
Brown?
Glow hair
You
product
don't think
that
Jaylen
works.
Brown is going to be the guy that's like, Jaylen Brown here for blank, make a couple more million as if he needs it?
Or he's got the kind of money where I would just tell my agent, get a hold of UCLA. I want to be one of the first to try out that serum.
Hey, if we're giving
the,
props,
the,
by
the
the
hair
way.
the hair growth serum they're saying could be true.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
They're saying it could end baldness.
I want to give props to, well, a few people. You know, we keep talking about Wembanyama, but it's a really growing story. I even saw Kendrick Perkins saying that years from now, the conversation, it could be 5 years from now. It could be 2 years from now. Who knows? But it's going to be who's the GOAT? LeBron, Jordan, and for a younger generation, Wemby. Like, he's going to be added to that conversation. That's the type of year he's having and the potential he's showing this year. Again, grew 2 inches and just playing way more dominant than.
Are you talking about when he saw
He
the
did in the
Sydney
past.
Sweeney picture?
No.
Oh, height-wise. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
height-wise.
I'm sorry, my bad.
And then I want to give props to, again, because we're so caught up in World Series and Thursday Night Football and everything else. Yeah, we've been talking about how, hey, NBA's popping too, but I don't think we've mentioned once how in the zone Austin Reeves has been playing out of his mind.
I
Like,
almost feel like his dominance is poorly timed for him. Like, you're right,
92
too many
points in the past 2 games.
We did
Yesterday,
mention
the
how he
game
set
winner.
that record, or is
Oh, he
one
set-
of the
yeah.
record
I'm sure-
setters
like
for the
I'm saying,
Lakers.
I'm
first
sure it's
4
come
games.
up.
Yeah.
But still, the way he's playing, and again, the game winner, it's like he had a bad night. He had 28 points yesterday. And again, getting more opportunity because there's no Luka, no LeBron. So
No.
he's the guy who's stepping up. But he's stepping up in such a big way, Rich, that he's showing that, you know, even Reddick was saying that he's not just good. We always knew he was bad. But, like, he's really bad. Like, he's a good
He's a bad
yeah,
man.
he's a bad man. We always knew he was a good player, but he's like really showing that he's a superstar that could lead a team. dude with 28 points yesterday still has the game-winning shot. So, again, playing like a beast, but it's going under the radar because we're talking so much World Series and everything else.
If this was happening
any other time.
If this is happening after, like, the football season ended and that, that dead time where it's really just like NBA or hockey, this would be our lead coming out of the show. Like, Austin Reeves.
Because he's in a zone. That's a great place to be. When everything's just dropping, everything's going your way, got to embrace those moments. He's living it right now. So just want to make that point in case you come here for the, the basic updates. If you're missing that storyline, it's fun to see.
I need Reeves to rub the top of Bet's head.
Yeah, exactly. Need some of that.
And when you think of it, when he has the ability to play like that, if that Lakers team does click, is he playing like that because he has an opportunity that he won't have when that team is fully healthy? It's almost like if fully healthy and out there on the court long term, like LeBron just got back into action. Do those points now are they taken away from Austin Reeves and like redistributed?
Oh, there was a popular sports website this morning throwing out there that the Lakers should consider trading Reeves. And, of course, in the comments, everybody was furious. Saying, you can't do that right now. But
I get it. The stock's not going to get higher than it is right now.
That's what they were saying,
Yeah, no, he's playing big, man, and that's what you want. You want your guys to step up. But, he's getting that opportunity to show what he could really do.
Well, we're going to talk some Halloween. We're going to go into our crystal ball, talk some NFL as we enter Week 9. But let's go to Dan Beyer for an update. DB.
Who knows?
I'm sorry, go on.
I was just going to say, maybe it'll spur some LeBron trade talks, right?
That's always fun, right?
Yes.
Honestly, I thought that's what he was going to say.
Yeah.
Danny.
I think Laker fans would be more in favor of that than trading Reeves, for sure.
No one appreciates LeBron. Hey, Dan Beyer, as I know you have a million things in your update, as a Niners fan, any Purdy news? What's doing? Is there any real update on Brock?
I don't have anything on today.
Yeah,
so
I think
I said yesterday he was limited in practice. I believe that was the report. All the days are blending together, but I don't have anything today.
If Mac Jones
Catch me next hour.
If Mac Jones stunk, do you think that Purdy would have tried to push it? But since Mac Jones is a pretty suitable backup, they're taking their time more?
Yeah.
It's a tough question. I
think because they're 5-3, they can take their time.
Yeah. And you were talking yesterday about how the NFC seems like it's sort of set.
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know about how you look at it, but there's other quarterback news outside of Brock Purdy. Lamar Jackson's back. He's starting tonight for the Ravens against the Dolphins, 8:15 Eastern time to start Week 9. He returns from that hamstring strain as he's been out since injuring it in Week 4 against Kansas City. One note from the Chiefs, running back Isaiah Pacheco didn't practice today because of the knee injury he suffered against the Commanders on Monday again. He's considered week to week. Bengals quarterback Joe Flacco limited in practice today. He's got that shoulder issue that could cost him the game against the Bears on Sunday. Cardinals quarterback Kyler Murray on track to start against the Cowboys. He's set to return from a foot injury that cost him 2 games. That's a Monday night affair in Arlington. While Texans wide receiver Nico Collins has cleared concussion protocol, he'll play against the Broncos coming up on Sunday. University of Texas quarterback Arch Manning remains in concussion protocol but did practice today. Longhorns ranked 20th in the country welcome number 9 Vanderbilt to Austin on Saturday. Nebraska's given head football coach Matt Rule a 2-year extension that will now run through the 2032 season. The buyout, ESPN says, if he leaves after this year, would be $15 million. 7.2 million viewers in Canada watched last night's Game 5 of the World Series on Sportsnet. There, it ends up being the most watched Toronto Blue Jay game ever in that country. Nationals have hired 33-year-old Blake Butera as their new skipper, the youngest manager in the big leagues in more than 50 years. He spent the last 4 seasons managing for the Rays in their minor league system. And we started with the Lakers. Let's end with them. The Board of Governors unanimously approved the $10 billion sale of the team today from the Buss family to Mark Walter. Guys, back to you.
How young is the manager?
33.
Damn. 33.
Yeah, that's.
Who was the youngest before that? Was like a young Buck Showalter or something?
No, 1972, the Minnesota Twins hired a manager. Prior to that, way back when, 1914, 1895, you had some 20-year-olds, but it was 1972. Frank Quilici, I believe it could be pronounced. Quilici was the manager of the Minnesota Twins at 33 years of age.
I thought it was when the Twins, didn't the owner die and he left the team to his grandkid and he ran it? Was that, wasn't that the answer?
Yes, that would have been the right answer. Much better than my gibberish that I told you.
Hey, Dan Beyer, let me ask you something because in a little while we're going to go over We're going to look into our Halloween crystal ball as we enter week 9 of the NFL. Because there's a lot of telling matchups this week, and I think you're going to start to see teams pull away and teams fall back. This is around the time of the year where it's like, we're going to find out who's for real. The Broncos are underdogs against the Texans. I know Patrick Surtain is out. Mims, I believe, is out as well. The Broncos are a little banged up, but why the sentiment? Is the sentiment that the Texans are like about to get hot and they beat the Niners last week? They look good, but are the Broncos? Is there a reason you think they're dogs in this game?
I think because you have two teams that their strength is defense. The Texans' defense is really, really good, and they're really, really good at home. And you saw it last week with the offense playing in concert with the defense. Houston had ball control and were able to stay on the field. I think that's why you have it with Houston getting the slight edge at home. Nowadays, it's not used to be 3 points for the home team. It's now usually about 1.5, 2 points. Texans playing a bit better. So I think that's the reason why. But it does stick out a little. I agree with that.
Because I was going over my picks for the week, and I'm like, I respect the Texans after what they did to the Niners last week, but the Broncos, remember in the beginning of the week we talked about the horsey teams, the Broncos and the Colts?
Yeah, right.
Broncos to be a dog
Settle up.
at 6-2. Underdog, I know it's on the road, and Texans did seem to have a pretty cool home field advantage last week. But we'll go over all those games next, the telling games, and we go old school, Covino, and it involves Halloween and candy and a couple other fun little layers. So,
all right. Do that next. Right here.
Hang tight.
Fox Sports Radio, Covino and Rich.
Let's go. Two words for the NBA. Who cares? Because right now, when you are watching the World Series in a couple days, when you're right smack dab, week 7 and 8 of the NFL.
Not only that, you're trying to figure out the NFL. You're like, what is going on?
Yeah, like we're in the midst of, we had a double doozy Monday Night Football last night.
It's an interesting season so far.
You're trying to decide who am I pulling for in the World Series, October baseball, Halloween's, in a week. Your kids are probably figuring out their trunk or treat and trick or treat.
I'm watching The Perfect Neighbor on Netflix saying, what the hell?
I'm watching Chad Powers because no one else is, and it's so freaking good. 5 episodes in. You idiots better be watching Chad Powers. Danny G, follow me on this one. I'll follow you on task. I started last night. HBO Max. The NBA, know what it reminds me of? We go to Vegas, Danny G, and they say, oh, the fights start at 5:30. And you're like, do they really? Or do they really start at like 8 o'clock? Because you're like, then you start doing the math. You're like, the main event usually starts at 11:30 on the East. So the good fights really don't start until.
It's like 3 hours of warm-ups.
It's like a waste. It's like preseason NFL. It's like telling someone, hey, we're having people over at 7 o'clock. The host doesn't think you're really showing up at 7. They assume 7:15 is the time, right? No one shows up at, I'm here, 7:01. Like, we're jumping the gun, NBA. No one cares until after Thanksgiving. In fact, the best year ever in the NBA was when it was, remember, Christmas Day? That shortened season, we're like, perfect. The NBA tips off on Christmas Day. Next month and a half, I'm honest right now. I am going to be watching highlights, faking my interest in the NBA until Christmas.
He's not lying about that shortened season being the most exciting season. It really was. Something about it was like action just started, and we got right into it.
It seemed like the perfect amount of time, but not for the owners' pockets, and that's why they're not going to listen to all of our hot takes about you should start on Christmas Day every year.
Danny, you know what? It's it's only because of a couple storylines and, us trying to fish for good content for the show. And there's always going to be some drama, right? And, you want to see what new players are emerging. Does Wemby take a big step forward this year?
Can anyone beat OKC?
Is OKC
they've only gotten better.
Exactly. So
The Rockets roll out the tallest opening day lineup in NBA history.
yeah, and then
There you go.
you're going to be very intrigued by what do the Mavericks look like healthy, right? I get it, the storylines, but other than for work purposes and to stay in the loop as a grown man, I have zero interest in the NBA until Christmas Day. Might as well put it in my stocking stuffer. NBA. Oh, look at this. A little marshmallow Santa and the NBA. Because until Christmas Day, the NBA, I don't care about you. I don't care. And I'll stick to it. Two words for the NBA. Who cares? Because right now, when you are watching the World Series in a couple days, when you're right smack dab, week 7 and 8 of the NFL.
Not only that, you're trying to figure out the NFL. You're like, what is going on? Freaks are coming out tonight. Mischief night. We called it Mischief night growing up. Halloween Eve. Go out and cause some mischief.
Nope.
Smash some pumpkins like Billy Corgan.
Never did anything the night before Halloween. Where I grew up, it was on Halloween. Kids were up to no good.
Tonight, again, depending on where you are, Devil's Night, Cabbage Night was another name. The Freaks come out at night. But I guess, it's regional. You did it you caused your mischief on Halloween.
Well,
we did that too.
As a grown-up and a homeowner now, I'm glad that stuff's over. I'm glad kids don't do that
anymore. You
anymore.
say it's over, but kids are going to be buying eggs today.
I don't want eggs and shaving cream on my front lawn.
I hope you get TP'd tonight. But it's time.
Yeah, TP on your bunghole.
It's time for our Tire Rack play of the day. It was all Blue Jays from the takeoff.
Snell into the line. Here's the first pitch of Game 5 of the World Series, and it's hit high, left field and deep. Callback at the track, leaps at the wall, and that ball is gone! A first pitch homer for Davis Schneider, and the Blue Jays take the lead in the first. Welcome to Game 5.
Hey, Dad, you got that on your iPhone? Sure do. Pretty cool moment there. That is courtesy, by the way, of, I'm guessing, the Blue Jays Radio Network. There it is in the Tire Rack play of the day. For over 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping people find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive.
Ship fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. Tire Rack, TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be. And again, we say it all the time, but you can't set the tone any better than that. Immediately, the Dodgers' backs are against the wall. Snell's like, oh, no. And as a result, you're down 2-0 because Vladdy hit one next. Can't wait for the next game. And can't wait for old school when 50 hits. Got to do it now. Let's go.
There's a certain. What we gonna do right here is go back. Back into time.
Throwing it back for a Thursday. Old school when 50 hits. At 50 after, CNR give you the time capsule topic, and we reminisce together.
So it's October 30th. We already said the freaks come out at night, especially tonight. I grew up in Union, New Jersey. Union, New Jersey tonight would be mischief night. You said it, Rich. Egging houses. Just going out causing some ruckus.
I'm not saying I was a goody-goody.
Yeah.
I did all that, but we just did it to each other. We never honestly messed with someone's house. Like,
Dude.
we were throwing eggs at our buddies or shaving cream. You would burn the little tip of it.
As an
Right?
80s kid, you'd be scared of the burnout kids because they'd steal your candy or they'd beat you up on this night. If the older kids caught you out on this night, you'd have to run away from them.
You just unlocked a memory. I think you unlocked a memory for a lot of people. You were at that borderline age of like, you're not quite a teenager,
Right.
but you're out on your own.
You're scared of
and
the
you'd
older
be
kid.
scared. If you saw a group of like
Scott
teens.
Farkas give you a wedgie
If
tonight.
you saw a group of teenagers walking down your block, you'd be like, yo, I'm getting out of here.
I know.
Danny, did you do that on the West Coast? It was like
Oh, yeah.
shaving cream and eggs
Yep.
and all that
and
nonsense?
toilet paper, all of it.
Well, again, October 30th is also, get this. Is this new? Is this always the day? Get this. Not only Devil's Night or whatever, Halloween Eve, but it's National Candy Corn Day. I did not know that. Candy Corn Day. And candy
you
corn
put the,
gets so much heat around this time of year.
Put the emphasis on corn, huh?
Candy corn.
It's candy corn.
Candy corn.
That's
Candy
propaganda
corn
from
day.
the candy corn lobby. They just want you to buy more candy corn.
I love me some candy corn. We have a theory about it, but I do want to say, you talked about the eggs and the shaving cream on Mischief Night. You ever want to sit on your own porch with a carton of eggs and you be the aggressor? Like you see some bad kids in your neighborhood and you throw some 102-mile-an-hour heat like you're Henriquez out of the bullpen?
You're the pelter,
Ooh, whoa, like I feel like that's what I want to do.
Uncle Rico.
Now, candy corn, there's a theory here on Covino Rich. There's not a household in the United States or Canada. What's up, Toronto, eh? There's not a household that's not slightly divided on their feelings on candy corn.
Well, it seems like the world's divided on social media because for everybody that loves it, there's a meme or someone complaining about how they hate it.
Dude, I love candy corn.
What is the flavor of candy corn?
My wife hates it. My daughter loves it.
I love
My
it, too.
son hates it.
I love it. Are we a show divided? Hey, hold that thought. Are we a show divided? But, Rich, your theory is there's not a house that's not divided.
There's
right?
not a house that's unanimous on their love or hate of candy corn.
I put my family to the test. I went to my family chat, and I was like, are we a family divided? And you're absolutely right, because my brother immediately was like, I hate candy corn, yo.
Garbage.
Candy corn's garbage, yo.
It's
Ever
sugar,
since I was a kid, I hated it.
sugar, corn syrup, honey, artificial flavor.
Like, what is the flavor? Like, what's the taste? What's
It
the
is. It
flavor?
is sort of
Sam,
a. It's
Sam,
a sweet honey
It's
taste.
just sugar.
I feel as though you're insinuating you're not team candy corn.
I am not.
Well,
Oh, see, there you
We're
go.
show
Show
divided.
divided.
Show divided. Proving the point.
There's not a show, not a family. Dan Beyer, yay or nay on the candy corn?
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
He started with thumbs down.
In
and
fact, double thumbs up.
Me too.
Yeah.
By the way, if you're one of those I'm on the fence about it, we say this every year, and it is a game changer. If you mix your little bowl of candy corn and you throw some peanuts in there, it tastes, no joke,
It's palatable.
exactly.
It's
No, but it's
palatable.
exactly like a payday.
No, it does.
tastes
I can
exactly like
rock
a
with
payday.
that. I can rock
So
with
you could enjoy that. But here's the question, Fox Sports Radio Nation. What's the candy that your parents always stole from you and your bag when you were a kid? Remember the 80s kids, your parents would always say, let me check for razor blades or let me make sure it's
so
safe.
what's the candy they stole? And part two of this question is there an old guy candy you like? Because I have a number one answer on the board. So we'll get to all that. Celebrating a little Halloween right here. CNR.
It's Covino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio. Are you ready?
Yes! We talk about pop culture, we talk about sports, we talk about life.
It's a friendship on the radio. When you talk about the best athlete in the world, you're probably thinking Jim Thorpe, right?
I'm thinking Bo Jackson.
I'd have to throw myself at the age of 12 into the conversation.
You are the home run champion. When you find the commonality between sports and life, those analogies and conversations are the best. You were dating some girl, and you were like, hey, babe, let's watch The Sixth Sense. Her mom walked in. Can you believe he was dead the whole time?
I wanted to get up.
Well, slow down, Dana White.
I don't want to say It's never boring.
If the Chiefs win,
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
Our friendship is real. It's authentic. You can't fake the funk.
we're the type of guys you'd want to hang out with at a sports bar. Best way to pick someone up at a bar?
Yeah.
Go up to a cute girl and say, oh, look at that bozo over there. And I point to you. We could make fun of each other, poke each other a little bit.
I call him Blubber Lips, Rich Davis, because he never stops talking.
He thinks he's the Mexican Fonz.
Yeah.
At any point, he's wearing a chain. You have a chain on?
Always.
Of course he has a chain on.
That's like asking me if I'm wearing cologne right now. Of course I am. We take a lot of pride in being inclusive and interactive on our show. Just the more the merrier.
Josh, Covino thinks that every man should own a leather jacket.
I only wear vegan leather.
Can you believe this guy?
I can't believe this guy. We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all show. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
Mike Tyson, Covino, loves to just challenge us with random Mike Tyson trivia.
Which accomplished celebrity purchased my sprawling Connecticut estate?
I'm going to go 50 Cent.
You are absolutely correct, 50 Cent. I love his song.
You can't schedule a big event
You
during a
can't.
big sports moment.
My family member scheduled their wedding the same night as a Julio Cesar Chavez fight. Everyone was glued to that fight instead of doing the electric slide.
This is weak.
Unbelievable. You're very tricky.
America, you got sports, you got fun, you got us.
Covino and Rich.
We're crushing it.
Against the Cowboys. That was the message from head coach Jonathan Gannon today. Murray was limited in practice today with the foot injury. He's missed 2 games because of the issue so far. Bengals quarterback Joe Flacco limited in practice today because of his shoulder injury. Michael Penix Jr. limited in practice for the Falcons. He's dealing with that bone bruise in his knee. Also limited in Atlanta was wide receiver Drake London. Texans wide receiver Nico Collins cleared concussion protocol. He's set to face the Broncos. While Bears running back DeAndre Swift didn't practice today, they've got the Bengals coming up with Joe Flacco limited in practice for Cincinnati. Texas quarterback Arch Manning practiced today but remains in concussion protocol. Nebraska's given head football coach Matt Rule a 2-year extension. His deal now runs through the 2032 season.
Halloween Eve. It's your boy Halloween Steve Covino and Rich. Covino and Rich, the Zach and Slater of Fox Sports Radio. In fact, we were Zach and Slater for Halloween.
It was our best show costume.
That's right. So if you want to see us, see what I'm talking about, youtube.com/@Covino and Rich FSR, Covino and Rich FSR. And to hear us besides our great affiliates, shout out to all the affiliates rocking out with us. You got us on the iHeartRadio app anytime, 24/7. So preset Fox Sports Radio on the iHeartRadio app. Number one on your presets. Number one in your heart, Covino and Rich. Sam's here. Dan Byer, DB, and thank you for rocking out with us. Let's go!
All right, we're going to go old school right now.
Week 9 Thursday, bro.
With our Halloween candy, deep thoughts, and we are going to definitely dive deep like we're Jacques Cousteau. Give me another diver. Greg Louganis.
Yeah, man. But you know what? I just had an epiphany. The way people are divided on candy corn. By the way, that just means I had a deep thought in the bathroom.
While you were peeing. An epiphany. Yeah, I know.
It happens. Candy corn is very divisive. So
no family agrees. We decided.
No, nobody agrees. People hate it. People love it. We're
you.
so divided. I love it. I'm so surprised Dan Byer loves it because he likes nothing.
Yeah. Well, he likes kid food.
Yeah,
like
he
nuggets
likes chicken
and
nuggets and stuff.
Yeah.
Iowa Sam hates it.
Hate it.
But the fact that you hate it, I'm happy because it proves my point that a group of friends, a family, your coworkers, you're never going to have a unanimous we all love or all hate candy corn.
Well, on National Candy Corn Day, who's the candy corn of sports? It's got to be LeBron James, right? Because for everybody that loves him, someone hates him. Like, there's going to be a house divided. I love LeBron.
Used to be Tom Brady.
I hate LeBron James.
Who, me? Yeah, used to be Brady.
LeBron. He's the candy corn of sports.
The candy corn of the NFL also, you could argue, is everything revolving around Taylor and Travis. Like, a lot of people
love it, some people hate it.
Be a beautiful
I thought you were going to say
story.
Aaron Rodgers. That's what I thought you were going to say.
Aaron Rodgers might be. There's people that love him, but more hating than love. I think for Aaron.
The most divisive guy, I'd have to say, is LeBron. But anyway, because it's National Candy Corn Day, got us thinking. Back in the day, throwing it back on a Thursday, getting you involved, 877-99 on Fox. What was the candy that your parents always stole from you? Because, remember, we grew up in the 80s, a lot of us, even earlier than that for some of you. The parents always checked the candy. I still do that. Do you guys still do that a little bit? And I'm really just checking for, again, what I want, but just to make sure it's safe.
I mean, yes,
Did they really take him to get X-rayed, or was that a big lie?
That's a big lie.
The reality is, I think trick-or-treating, yes, but trunk-or-treat, at the school, you have to bring pre-packaged candy. They divvy it up for the cars. Like, you don't need to be checking that.
Back in the day, they used to check for razor blades.
You know
why stuff like that.
Why that was is a lot of people, like from my grandma's generation, they would make their own candy, their own confections to give out, because it was cheaper to do that. I think during some hard times.
So,
and there were some bad actors, at play.
These are days of rotten apples,
these are decades-old
circus
problems.
peanuts, and pennies
apples,
wrapped in cellophane.
That house gets egged.
So, what were the candy that your parents were stealing from you? And then Rich put up a second question.
There was a lady in my block growing up that gave out a little piece of fudge.
Yeah.
That's funny, Sam.
You want some fudge? I got some fudge for you.
Sam, you just unlocked a memory because I have the same memory.
There was definitely an old lady on the block that had individually wrapped little
homemade butterscotch.
That's so funny, dude. It's true. You're absolutely right about that. Old people took pride in that. And what was the
Why
candy?
is this the first time we're getting this voice, by the way?
I
love it, Sam.
Yeah, you're the new old guy in town. Or old lady, whatever that is.
Whichever, yeah.
What is the old candy that you actually like?
I think the idea of...
Rich, you said there's a number one.
I think the idea of going through your kid's candy and saying, like, I'm checking for it, I just take it and I call it the dad tax. And I also feel like there's no way your kid could eat all that candy. My wife will be like, stop picking at the kid's candy. I'm like, you think it's okay for a kid to have a barrel of Kit Kats and Sour Patch?
They started that witch switch sort of thing where you would take the candy and give them a toy or something instead. Or,
yeah, that's what they need, more toys.
Or I don't know, whatever
I know what you're saying.
Prize or I don't know, clothes.
Was it Jimmy Kimmel who did the bit where the parents told the kids they ate their candy while they were sleeping?
Yeah, that was the last funny thing he did.
Dude, I forgot about that. Yeah, that is it. So, Rich, you got us on the edge of our seat. What's the old guy candy that you can't live without?
I feel like I'm the lone guy. Because my wife's like, take them. No one else wants them. I'm like, are you for real? I got 2, but one is a far number 1 for me. My runner-up, I will house Tootsie Rolls like nobody's business. And it seems like no one else loves the little mini Tootsie Rolls.
I love the fruit-flavored
the
ones,
vanilla
too.
one and the cherry one.
Yeah,
I mean,
those are good.
A lot of times they're stale, though.
Those are the cheaper bag. Like I bought a bag of candy, and those are the cheaper ones, like that variety of Tootsie Roll and
those are
Dots
the
and stuff.
Tootsies.
Yeah, well,
Tootsies.
it's funny you should say that, Sam, because the number 1 answer, you just named my favorite cheap guy, old guy candy. I feel like no one but me loves Dots.
I love Dots.
Yeah.
They get stuck in your teeth.
Oh, give me a hug, I was Sam.
Oh, yeah.
I love Dots. And my wife's like, you like Dots? Who likes Dots? They're gooey, sticking your teeth, and no one likes them. I go, then give me all the Dots.
I'll take the Dots.
All right, so is there an old guy candy you vouch for? I'm just going to shout out Smarties because they're from my hometown of Union, New Jersey. And not Canadian Smarties. Canadian Smarties, I think, are made by like Nestle. They're like chocolate. Actual Smarties candy.
Let me make it very
You
clear.
pretend they were pills, right?
Yeah.
Let me make
drugs.
Let me make it very clear. You want all these old guy candies? That's what they sell at the Dollar Tree. Like if you go to the candy aisle at the dollar store, Dollar Tree, it's all the old. Like if you ever wondered where they sell the individually wrapped strawberry candies that look like little strawberries, if you ever wondered where they sell individually wrapped lifesavers that they give away at the strip club bathroom, all this, all
the
these,
mints. They're the mints that look like lifesavers,
it's
right?
all at the Dollar Tree.
We went in the Dollar Tree last week. Everything in there was $2.50.
Wait, where do grandmas get those strawberry candies?
They
That's
make them
what
at
I said, yeah.
home.
Same thing?
Dollar Tree, I just said that, yeah.
All right, so we go to the phones at 877-99 on Fox, 877-99 on Fox to break it down as far as what was your dad stealing back in the day and what do you actually like of all that?
Did you tell us, Co, which candies your dad stole?
You know, I totally remember your parents stealing your candy as they checked through it. And I'm thinking like back, and I'm thinking it's like Butterfinger, and there's another one that my dad would always.
Oh, that's a good one. My stepdad would steal that, and he'd put them in the freezer.
Yeah, because I didn't mind. I don't think because I didn't
good.
want them, but now as an adult I like them. But my dad would always take those, and it was something else on the edge of on the tip of my tongue.
I just remember my dad would grab Milk Duds and like Sugar Baby, Sugar Daddies, any type of like caramelly chocolate fun.
Right. So we're going to the phones, reminiscing a little bit. We do this every Thursday. It's Halloween Eve, mischief night, whatever. 877-99 on Fox. Who do we got?
Let's go to, and by the way, you know how Dan Patrick makes people give their height and weight and all that?
Yeah.
Before you give your answer, you have to let us know if you're yay or nay on candy corn. Just to sort of
Yeah.
prove the point that the world's divided.
To set the table.
I'm a candy corn guy.
Andy in Mississippi. What's up, Andy?
Hey, guys, I got a couple things real quick.
Yeah.
First of all, when you're talking about egging and rolling people's yards, we plastic forked a yard. That's a lot harder to clean up.
Just forks all inside the grass.
We did that
Crazy.
once. We did it. It's not.
I've
Yeah,
never
you
seen
get
that. That's a good
get
one.
A box of forks, plastic forks, and you stick them in the yard.
No, you know what we would do too? We would take garden gnomes from all over the town and like
And
leave
then-
them on someone else's house.
And then as far as the candy corn, my dad used to mix Spanish peanuts with the candy corn.
Ooh.
Get a sweet and salty.
Ooh.
So I ask you, Andy, before you hang up here, are you a candy corn guy?
I am, but I got one more thing for you. If excuse me, you better not eat them candy corn. They're gonna get you pregnant.
Is this Tracy Morgan?
What is going on?
I don't know.
Why did he just turn into Mr. Hyde there?
I don't
He
know.
just like had like
I think when he
Candy
coughed,
corn made
multiple
you
personalities.
I think when the guy coughed, something entered his body.
He was like possessed by the devil or something.
Or he's hanging with Tracy Morgan.
Maybe he was like 1 second. Hold on, guys. All right, Baker in Illinois. What's up, Baker?
Hey, what up, Baker?
First off, I've never stolen candy from my children that they know about. And the candy corn is gross by itself, but the last guy kind of stole my thunder. Candy corn with M&M peanuts mixed in.
That's a new twist.
M&M peanuts and candy corn. I will try that. You know, M&M
see that
peanuts are
working.
the number 2 selling candy in the United States. The number 1 selling candy, we mentioned this a couple weeks ago, but Reese's Peanut Butter Cups are still the number 1 selling Halloween candy every year. Want to hear an embarrassing stat? Doesn't have to do with candy, but for anyone that talks about how people are tough and rough on money and times are tough, Americans spend $700 million a year on dog costumes.
I'm not surprised, dude. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Who else do we got?
Trip. What's up, Trip?
Trip McNeely. What up, Trip?
Hey, gentlemen, a quick egging story. I was with my buddy one night, and he's like, you drive. I never get to throw the eggs. He rocks and fires an egg. He didn't roll the window down. So the first egg of the night, he threw straight into his own car.
I remember going to get eggs as a kid, and it was like the only time I did because I was trying to be a good kid. But they're like, one of the neighborhood little lamp wicks was like, "Yeah, Richie, go get eggs. Come on, what are you scared?"
I'm surprised that the convenience stores were so willing to give up eggs to like young kids.
Interestingly enough, the guy at the 7-Eleven's like, "I'm not selling you 2 dozen eggs, kid."
I remember you telling us that.
I go, "Why?" He goes, "What do you need these eggs for?" I go, and I said, I was quick on my feet. I go, "My mom's making omelets," and he let me buy them because of my quick thinking.
I'm making cookies from scratch.
It's omelet night.
Oh, I thought of a mom candy. My mom would dip into my mix. My mom would dip in and steal like sweet tarts, even though I love them too, but she'd always steal the sweet tarts and Mary Jane's.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I love Mary Jane's.
Can I tell you, I will say
that's an old person candy.
I'm not saying they're not good, but you're not getting the variety you got when we were kids. Let me explain. When we were kids, I don't know about you. I worked the freaking neighborhood. I was out and about.
You'd come back with pillowcases.
Like
full.
you'd break out a big bag, or like Covino said, a pillowcase. You'd go into other neighborhoods. You'd work your ass off. You'd be like, wait, that big house in the rich neighborhood gives out full-size Hershey bars.
I go for king size.
Yo, you would work your ass off to get a barrel of loot and candy, and you'd sort it out. And you're right, your parents would check it. But you had a variety. Candy you never heard of, even mixed in, like Sam said, like old lady McGee gave you fudge.
Oh, yeah. You'd get a whatchamacallit bar.
I feel like everyone gives out the same variety pack of Kit Kat, Hershey, Snickers, Milky Way.
Dusty like coffins full of hard candy. Remember those?
But I will
those
say,
chunky, dusty things.
It's sort of boring, and I'm not trying to sound like the old guy, but my kid's candy basket was like the same 5 candy, just a lot of it.
What
like
happened to Alexander the Great?
Snickers, Milky Way, Kit Kat, Twix, Sour Patch, Swedish Fish.
You got more variety for sure.
It's like 6 things that are just, you might get someone may give you like an Airhead or a Laffy Taffy that, it's the same variety packs that everyone's buying at the supermarket.
Did you mention our other theory while we talk about candy real quick? It's National Candy Corn Day, by the way. So we're going over the candies your parents stole from you and your favorite old guy candy and everything else.
Could I guess that Iowa Sam's going to disagree with you?
Iowa Sam is the contrarian of Halloween candy. Our theory,
depends,
and it's a proven theory because we've worked in many of different offices. When Cindy from accounting puts her little bowl of candy out, or even your little candy display at home, it's always the yellow wrapped candies that are left over. It's always yellow Starburst, yellow Laffy Taffy. It's always a yellow wrapper that's left over.
It's
Guaranteed.
it's the lemon or banana that's left over.
Guaranteed.
And if we did an experiment here at FSR, if you brought in your leftover Halloween
it's the
candy,
least favorite.
What's a close second?
Grape.
No, orange, isn't it?
Yeah, probably.
Like orange Starburst.
I feel like there'll be like a grape blow pop. Like no one likes the grape blow pop.
I like grape Laffy Taffy.
Like people would take people want the regular blow pop or the green apple, but the grape
green
one.
apple, bro.
I love grape anything. So when he brought up Alexander the Grape, that was my go-to at the movie theater.
I was a big fan of they were called Cherry Clans back in the day. Cherry Heads now. Lemon Heads, Alexander the Grape, Johnny Apple Treats. I used to love all those. I think they're called Terrapan or Ferrera Pan or something. I used to love those hard candies.
Hey, DB, how about those grape Mike and Ikes?
Oh, yes,
so good.
the best. And you don't see them everywhere. Kind of like the $100,000 that we've talked about before.
Mike and Ike, another old one.
$100,000.
Oh, your dad would steal the good and plenties. Yeah, I like the black licorice.
My mom,
right?
anything licorice, she
Parents
stole it
love
on.
the black licorice, and you would be like, yeah, take these. I don't want them anyway.
Can I tell you? I mean, maybe my kid's school just went the easy way out and got so much of the same candy, but you guys just mentioned candies that did not make my kid's trunk or treat basket. Mike and Ike, Good and Plenty, Blow Pops. I'm telling you, so many people just go to the local supermarket or Target, and like Sam said, there's the cheap variety pack and the expensive variety pack. So your kids are dealing with a mix of the same ate.
I thought of
candy.
another one that we got that you won't get today. Remember when we were little, they would sell like little milk cartons full of gum? It'd be like orange-flavored gum, grape gum.
Yeah, it looked like a tiny little milk carton, and it was like little pebbles of gum.
We had more variety for sure. And by the way, retraction, the Lemonhead Candy Company, that's Ferrara Candy Shop. Ferrara Candy. And they had a whole line of great hard candies when we were kids. They still exist, but you're right. You don't see them. You see those same variety, boring Target variety packs that you get. Everyone has the same ones. Switch it up. That's a great reminder.
Switch it up because your kids in your neighborhood will appreciate it.
Throw some Zots in there.
You know what you do? In August or September, you go down the candy aisle of like a CVS or a Walgreens, and you pick out different bags of like the same stuff and mix it all together. You'll have a nice variety for the children.
Zots, bro. We don't want those Necco wafers. We want some Zots.
Or what were the things that you would bite off the paper?
Oh, like candy dots? Is that what they're called?
Yeah, and sometimes even in your Halloween basket, you would get,
they were like sugar buttons.
Yeah, sugar buttons. Remember the
like
also
those
paper on
them, like
too,
those little waxy bottles.
The wax bottles with like liquid in them.
Yeah, we need some of that.
These are things that no one's handing out.
How about the Fun Dip?
Oh, dude, what? Fun Dip? I think I grew up on Fun Dip.
Dip
I was
is
snorting
great.
Fun Dip as
So,
a teenager.
you know what? Here's the reminder. The reminder on Fox Sports Radio. Get something different. Honestly, because you will see when your kids are trick-or-treating, trunk-or-treating.
They don't have as much fun stuff to steal. Like, I want to steal some Pixie Sticks.
But you know what
they
you're going
don't
to see?
have them.
You're going to see just 100 tiny little Snickers bars
You're right.
or milk, not even milk duds. That would be a treat.
Crackle makes an appearance, and Mr. Goodbar comes back.
Crackle stinks.
I know.
Well, you know what?
Mr. Goodbar in the yellow wrapper, right?
That's the cheaper variety pack.
It'll be left over. All right, so we'll wrap it up with your phone calls, having fun talking Halloween candy. And another reminder, this is, a lot of people say it's Thanksgiving. This is the beginning of the slippery slope, guys. The slippery slope of the holiday wait, because it starts with this Halloween candy. It's National Candy Corn Day. We're going to the calls. Who do we got? Mark? Mark in Carson City. What's up?
Hey, I got one for you.
Yeah.
I had a neighbor that always gave out Zots.
Oh, my God. I just said that. Yeah, I love those are the ones that fizz in your mouth.
I never had one, so maybe like 5 years ago. Mark, 5 years ago, because I had never tried one, Covino actually got old school candy Zots, and I tried it on the air, and I was like, yo, this is so cool. I like fizzy, and you're like,
it's like Alka-Seltzer. I love that.
Yeah, I used to. That's what I did. I would take like 10 of them, and before my kids would see me and chew on them and tell them I got bit by the dog.
You know, those might be my favorite, like older candies because they're old. They go way back, and I love those.
Yeah,
they're hard to find. You can find them at like candy shops.
Yeah, we lack some good foaming at the mouth pranks these days. Pop Rocks. When was the last time we saw Pop Rocks?
No, when your high school girlfriend had them.
Ooh. All right, Jeff in Detroit. What's up, Jeff?
Hey, what's up, guys? What's funny is my dad used to steal the 100 grand bars from me.
Oh,
and
that's a crime.
And and now I do. Now that's what I steal.
Dude,
I don't even know.
You nailed it. You nailed it.
Like father, like son.
That's probably why I fight for them and like them so much now, because my dad would always steal those. Those are my absolute. If anyone gives a diddly squat, those are my favorite. So I'm with you. Those are the ones. Those are the ones I'm stealing.
It's like a deficiency because you were deprived.
I was deprived, so now I steal them from my kid. That's my answer, man.
I've always had the deep thought, though, guys.
Great call.
While we all do buy these candies and chocolate and Sour Patch and all that for our kids around holidays and Halloween, Easter baskets, Christmas, all this stuff, I do wonder, like, who's buying a candy bar on a regular basis? Other than like a road trip where you might stop in a Wawa or a 7-Eleven or a Buc-ee's or something.
Better question: who's buying like a Clark bar?
But that's what I'm saying. Like when you see like
a Zagnut.
When you go to the counter and you're like, there's a Baby Ruth. Yeah. Is someone randomly on a weekly basis grabbing a Baby Ruth?
Yeah, they're hooked somehow.
Maller has talked about this on one of his podcasts where there was some study and most of the purchases are right there at the cash register.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what world you live in, Rich Davis, but it is a common practice in my household.
Oh, yeah, you know what?
They're right in front of you. Like you grab them, they have the sale sign.
I guess that's when I buy. Like gum, or I'm a Sour Patch guy. Maybe I'm just more of a sour.
Yeah. In a lot of the grocery stores,
you're a sour shoes guy.
A lot of the grocery stores, right under the candy bar, it'll say "buy one get one free," and
and you have to buy one, right?
Oh, and at Ralph's, which is the big supermarket chain out here. What's the parent company for Ralph's? Kroger. So yeah, the Kroger's out here.
owned by Chad Kroger. Little known fact.
Of Nickelback, true story.
No,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
lying.
His
Little known fact.
rock fortune went to supermarkets. They'll have like the candy, and it'll say 5 for $5. So you think you have to buy 5, so you do, and then in the small print it's like or $1 each.
I have another.
You just buy 5 of them.
I have another childhood memory. I bet you forgot about. Do you remember some neighbors, aside from the old ladies that would give you their homemade fudge, which I think is hilarious because it's true? Some families would give you like McDonald's coupons from their McDonald's coupon booklet.
And it would have like cookies or an ice cream
or
cone.
like a sundae. Like, oh yeah, you're right, man. I think the greatest point we made out of this conversation is that kids don't have the same variety that we had growing up.
That's true.
We had all sorts of variety, man.
Oh, that is the biggest bummer because you're right. Like I'm thinking,
hot fudge sundae.
That stupid variety pack has ruined Halloween.
I totally forgot about that. I remember one year getting a Dairy Queen gift certificate.
Yeah, those coupons, man.
Yeah.
They'd be like, someone would buy a pack of them, and they give a kid, it was.
I remember
nice.
McDonald's one specifically.
Back on the Iowa Sam tip of like old lady, they gave you fudge.
You boys want some fudge? I got homemade butterscotch for you. You don't have to x-ray it. You can trust me.
Thanks, old lady.
My pleasure. Come back next year.
If I'm alive.
We love your shoe.
I'll be 100.
Thank you.
Sam,
trick or treat.
I might be dreaming this, but I swear there was a woman in my neighborhood, an old lady that gave out candy apples.
Dude, of course.
Is that
they
possible?
Yeah.
Like,
Like cellophane
like
or
a
something.
big ass
Old
candy
people-
apple with like wrapping around
Old people gave out fruit and pennies wrapped in cellophane. And again, I totally remember
You
that.
can go buy penny candies.
So
Flute whistles and moon pies.
we'll wrap it up. We'll wrap it up with your phone calls. Hey, by the way,
I'm plagiarizing a little bit of The Simpsons and Family Guy there.
Oh,
with,
no, I love
Herbert
it.
the
I love it.
Pervert. Yeah.
I love it.
Thank
All
you.
right. So, what, Danny G, you're producing. We'll take the rest of the phone calls
Yeah,
next.
we'll go Crossfire next.
We'll
Okay.
go Crossfire, and
then
of course
NFL, right?
NFL. Yo, Week 9 is going to be so telling. I have 5 games circled that I think are going to determine the future of the National Football League. All right, we'll do that all next right here. CNR on FSR. Hang tight. I watched that 15-inning game with some of my softball buddies. 'cause
Dude.
And 5 hours of glory.
That was
insanity. It was a memorable moment for me because I'll always remember where I was because, some of my good pals that I play softball with, it was the 9th inning when our game was wrapping up. And someone's like, yo, break out your phone. Let's watch the last inning or so. And we ended up sitting at the softball field for an hour and a half together, like watching the last, 6 innings of that game.
That was insane.
And I bring that up because it's just very clear. It's abundantly clear that the idea of moving someone over and small ball, analytics, micro, macro, whatever it is, no one is doing it, no matter what. I mean, how many opportunities in extra innings did someone have a chance to say, move someone over? And don't tell me the one great wheel play the Dodgers pulled in the divisional round is deterrent, because you're telling me that all those extra inning opportunities, leadoff double, a walk, and then a guy singled first and second, no one on the Mariners or the the Mariners or the Tigers coaching staff at any point said pushed for, come on, we got to bunt them over. Is bunting over just not done?
A few people failed at the opportunity. Yeah, I mean, they just aren't skilled in that way. A lot of commentary over the weekend of, can you imagine if Tony Gwynn was around or Wade Boggs would think watching the way people just swing for the fences instead of making contact and trying to
move the runner over
and just regular baseball fundamentals. Now, granted, these teams that are here have more than like the Yankees and the Mets and teams that haven't gone this far, but it's so evident when you're watching that game that it's just a different game that we're watching here. But it was still so exciting, man.
I remember.
Dude, so loud that it registered on the Andy Richter scale in Seattle.
I heard
See that?
It's named after him, right?
It's named after him.
Yeah,
No,
Andy
but
Richter.
it did measure on the Richter scale, right?
Yeah,
It got so loud. It was so hyped. Even though we might not like that style of play, It was unbelievable to see, like, oh, my God, is anybody going to win this game? We're 15 innings, man.
I mean, everybody wants to be Freddie Freeman holding their bat like this.
It's true. Everybody wants that hero moment.
Yeah, it's the equivalent to the NBA where guys chuck up threes and half-court shots and from the logo. That's what the younger generation likes, and so you got to roll with it.
Danny, why draw up a possible game-winning play when you could just heave up a three? You're right. It's the equivalent. And listen, we're just fans. I'm not in the Major League Baseball dugout, so for all they know, they're like, hey, moron, we know the analytics. We know 3 at-bats, 1 hit wins it. Why are we going to give up an out? But I don't know. Fundamentally, my mind is like, get the guy to third. You have 2 shots. A fly ball, a ground ball hard the other way could score your winning run. I don't
So many
get
double
it,
plays.
but there must
Covino's Yankees could have extended their series had they generated some runs there in those last few innings.
Without a doubt. And the sentiment there is, and I agree with it, is teams like that are built for 162, not for, like in the long run, they're going to hit all these home runs and drive in all these runs. But in a short series like that, when you're swinging for the fences, good pitching is going to stop that always.
Bro,
and that's what we were seeing. A bunch of dudes, a bunch of role players swinging for the fence.
You know why?
Good pitching was stopping it, and high-pressure moments were stopping it, and it went 15 innings. For us, the casual fan, edge of my seat, I can't imagine how a Tigers fan or a Mariners fan felt watching that nail-biting 15-inning marathon.
Let me tell you, that's why my Mets weren't in the postseason. That weekend, the weeks leading up to the end of the season, multiple games. I remember one in particular where similar scenario. Mets are up in the bottom of the inning. And you remember in regular season, you start with that phantom runner on second. And I remember the explanation was, quote, Francisco Alvarez is not a great bunter. And I'm like, or he can't bunt, or he doesn't do that. And I'm like, your eighth in the order catcher can't bunt over a guy. And then
I understand some people are better than others, but you're in the major leagues. Like, figure it out.
And I'm not saying it's easy to lay down a bunt against a guy throwing 96-mile-an-hour splitters.
No, but you're teaching your kids when you're coaching. You're teaching them how to bunt.
If I'm fundamentally trying to teach little ones these skills, come on now.
Covino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio. Steve Covino, Rich Davis, live from the Fox Sports Radio studio. For over 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive.
Bro.
Ship fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
There you go.
Iowa Sam on the ones and twos playing corn on National Candy Corn Day.
Got to find out. Monty Bolaños in there with Dan Byer, our two favorite update people together. My goodness. Monty, team candy corn, or do you hate it?
Like, I'll have some to, like, be in theme and in spirit, but I don't really care for it.
Oh, so she's a no.
She's
a
on
Sammy.
the fence.
Man.
She's on the fence.
That's why you got to throw some peanuts in there. Maybe she'll change her mind.
All right.
Turn it into a payday.
What's up, DB?
Do you guys know how much it hurts my feelings that you put her on like in the last second of the show when I leave? It's like you are so excited. Rich almost hit the ceiling waving to Monty just as she was back behind me.
It's all Rich. I noticed the same thing.
Hey, let's get Monty's thoughts. Let's get Dan out of there, you know?
Yep. That's how
Hey,
Rich
Dan, I
is.
think someone's calling you in the lobby.
You know what? Screw it. Back to being a Covino guy. Yeah, I'm back, baby. Better than ever. I'm back.
Yeah, baby.
Oh,
I love it, man.
Covino, you deserve the day off tomorrow.
That's right. You know what? In fact, I'll take that. Thank you, Danny G. Thank you, Dan Byer. And we'll wrap it up with your phone calls. Again, National Candy Corn Day. Know that I'll play more corn tonight on SXM Channel 41 Turbo. And corn is playing at Sick New World April 25th in Vegas with System of a Down. So I'm a big corn fan. I'm also a big candy corn fan. But we wrap up Crossfire. The candy your parents stole from you, which maybe now you steal from your kids. We'll wrap it up with your phone calls. Let's go.
Let's go to Andrew in San Diego. Hi, Andrew.
What's up, guys? I'm with my son right now. He says yes on the candy corn. I say no way.
See? Family's divided.
Yeah, exactly. His favorite, he said, was Sweetest Fish. The two that I'm stealing out of his bag are going to be Almond Joy and Snickers.
There you go. Hey, listen, I said to Iowa Sam during the break, it really is boring. Like, if you haven't seen, like, a kid's trunk or treat or some type of trick-or-treating scene in a while because you don't have little ones, it really is all the boring candies. And the biggest takeaway from this whole conversation was we used to be surprised. If you worked in the neighborhood, you would get a variety of candy, things you hadn't seen in years. There was a surprise when you said trick-or-treat. Now it's like every single parent gets the same, and every single person gets that same variety pack at the supermarket. You have the same 5 candy.
You get a lot of dum-dums back in the day, right?
And I wouldn't mind once in a while.
I know, but you get the barbershop
the cream soda flavored one.
Gobstoppers, Jolly Ranchers.
Yeah.
All
For
of it.
real. It's definitely changed. It's definitely changed a lot.
I'm glad that caller brought up Swedish Fish. The little mini packs of those are so good.
Yeah. But you know what?
What about the Haribo Coke bottles? The
Yeah,
little
they're
gummy
good,
Cokes?
but they're Haribo for you.
Haribo? What did I say?
Hey-o.
Harbo?
No, you're right.
Harbaugh. All right, Jonathan in Colorado. What's up, Jonathan?
How much? How you guys doing?
We're good, man.
We're doing good.
What are your thoughts on the Halloween candy stuff?
One thing without fail every year I'd always get would be a popcorn ball.
Oh, my God. There was an old person that would give their homemade popcorn balls.
There might be a needle in there.
Hey, popcorn balls. That's another one.
Some, as a kid, you would gladly give away to your parents, like the big orange circus peanut or like anything with coconut. Like, yeah, you could have my York peppermint patty or Mounds.
I'll take the peppermint patty.
I'm saying when you were a kid. When you were a kid. Right, but now as an adult, it's different.
Do you like Junior Mints? If you don't like, I love Junior
Not
Mints.
when I was a kid. Now I do. Yeah, now I
York
do.
peppermint patties are like too much.
You know,
mint.
someone dropped a Junior Mint inside spot when he had his open heart surgery?
I think his name was Cosmo Kramer.
Yeah, that's a good one. Chris in Virginia, what's up?
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up, buddy?
Hey, I got 2 for you. One is like the parents would always steal, and I was okay with is Bitto honey.
Bitto honey?
Yeah, that's a parent one. They'd steal that for sure.
Yep.
But you know
they
what?
could have them. They're terrible.
You know what you look out for, and it's so rare nowadays? Again, the ones you don't always see, like Rolos. You're like, give me those Rolos. What else you got, Chris?
Hey, the other one is it was so taboo back in the day to get the candy cigarettes that you blow the smoke out of.
Oh, hell yeah. Those are the best.
The gum powder, the dust.
Love it.
Hey, FSR's very own Arnie Spanier texted into the show.
Love Arnie.
Old Man Candy, Chuckles is his number 1.
Dude!
And O. Henry Bar, number 2.
Let me tell Arnie. The black chuckle, which was the licorice flavored one, was always the last one because it was the cherry, the orange, the green. I love Chuckles.
I left that one for Dad.
And Arnie's right. Chuckles. When was the last time you saw Chuckles? Because everyone gives that same stupid variety pack. So the last message I'll say, and before we move on to the NFL, buy something different for the trick-or-treaters. Don't get the Reese's, Kit Kat, Snickers variety pack. Everyone gives that out. Go buy Jolly Ranchers. Go buy Laffy Taffy. Go buy some freaking Chuckles. Buy something different.
Some Razzles.
Some Razzle-Dazzles.
There you go. All right. So we promise. And by the way, if you want to chime in, at Covino and Rich, at Fox Sports Radio, we call that Old School and 50 Hits. We throw it back and reminisce. Hope you guys have a happy and safe Halloween and a safe mischief night tonight, Halloween Eve. Whew. So, Rich, you said you're going to bust out your crystal ball.
Well, I love me some schedule watching, but I also love looking at my crystal ball. And there's some games this week that I think are going to be so telling as far as where these teams are going to head. As I look in my crystal ball, I'm going to start with one game that I think is so obviously going to point two teams in different directions depending on what happens. The Broncos are at the Texans. Broncos-Texans. This is a game where, I'm mildly shocked that Houston's favored. I know the game's in Houston. Surtain's out. Mims is banged up. They got some injuries for Denver, but to me, it's like a 6.
It makes sense, though. They stepped up last week against your team, and you got an injured Broncos team.
Their defense is elite. You could argue that they're a top-tier defense in Houston, but I guess home plays a layer in this too, but the fact that they're favorites at 3-4, but they're a good 3-4. They're a 3-4 that could very well be 5-2 had two very close games gone different. Like right now, when you look at the Texans' schedule, they're 3-4, but let's take it back. They lost to the Rams 14-9 in a close game. They lost in 2019 to the Bucs. They lost 17-10 to the Jags. A lot of their losses are
touched
close.
by a touchdown or less. So maybe we're just sleeping on Houston for a little bit.
So maybe they're a 3-4 team that turns it around. You're like, yeah, you know what? They weren't that. They were pretty good all along. And did I hear Dan Byer say that Nico Collins is sort of back in the mix?
Yeah, cleared concussion protocol and should be back on Sunday.
I think that's an interesting game because if the Broncos do lose at Houston, I think you're going to be like, wow, Houston could make a mid to late season run because that division's pretty stacked with Jacksonville playing well and Indianapolis playing out of their mind. You know, Houston was sort of the forgotten team.
Well, since you have your crystal ball out, do you think with this game we figure out who's for real out of both of those teams? Because that's what we're getting at, right?
I
who's
think,
for real week 9?
I think if the Texans lose big at home versus the Broncos, I think we could say that just based on the bad luck of a couple of those close losses, it's an uphill battle to make the postseason because the teams in the division have played better than we thought, and the fact that you have a one-loss Colts team, it'll be an uphill battle. So this is a big one for Houston. Now, another game, speaking of the Colts, they're going to Seattle. I'm sorry, they're going to Pittsburgh to play the Steelers. And Steelers are 4-3. And we mapped out the whole schedule, how the Ravens are 2-5, but they have a really soft month coming up. This is one of those games where if the Steelers lose and you see the Ravens win tonight, there's going to be such a nervous stomach going on in Pittsburgh that they could see in the rear view a team that's getting healthier and a team that's trying to get it together with Baltimore. I think the Colts go into Pittsburgh and win, and you're going to see a 4-4 Steelers team.
Do you start putting respect on the Colts name after a while, or what?
If you win in
Pittsburgh,
still
downplay
if you
them.
win in Pittsburgh,
if anything,
you
we've
have
upplayed
to, right?
Denver and we've downplayed Indianapolis. So maybe that narrative switches after this week.
Well, we're going to go over a bunch of these games, but let's go to DB for an update. Dan Byer.
Hey, DB.
What's up, man?
So Brock Purdy limited in practice is the word for the 49ers. Remember, they got the Giants coming up on Sunday, artificial turf, one of the services that former players are not fans of. So that's been brought up on social media as well. But it does look like Mac Jones will get another start in Week 9 for San Francisco.
When a guy is having a season-long lingering turf toe, do you want to play on the stadium that's known for the worst turf?
Yeah, no.
It's like, come on.
No.
It's like symbolic of the you don't.
Yeah. By the way, what's happening with Ricky Pearsall? Like, he's still out.
Week to week, and it just seems like every week is like, not there. I don't know.
Yeah, not there. So that's
Someone did make a bit harsh judgment. Like, man, this guy's never healthy. He was shot last year.
Yeah, right.
I don't think that counts on his injury report.
Give him a pass on that one.
Come on.
Other injury news in the NFL. Bears running back DeAndre Swift didn't practice today. They've got the Bengals coming up where Joe Flacco was limited today. The quarterback's got that shoulder issue. Falcons quarterback Michael Penix Jr. and wide receiver Drake London both limited for Atlanta. They've got the Patriots on Sunday. Patriots running back Ramondre Stevenson didn't practice for the second straight day because of a toe issue. Cardinals quarterback Kyler Murray on track to start against the Cowboys on Monday night. That was according to head coach Jonathan Gannon. Murray officially limited in practice today. It is Week 9. Lamar Jackson returns for the Ravens tonight. They are in South Florida to face the Dolphins, 8:15 Eastern time. Nebraska gave head football coach Matt Rule a 2-year extension. Now runs through the 2032 season, does his contract, and his buyout is worth $15 million if he were to leave after this year, according to ESPN. Texas quarterback Arch Manning practiced today, but he remains in concussion protocol. 20th-ranked Longhorns face number 9 Vanderbilt coming up on Saturday. Washington Nationals hired 33-year-old Blake Butera as their new manager, the youngest skipper in the big leagues in more than 50 years. Well, the NBA's Board of Governors unanimously approved the $10 billion sale of the Lakers from the Buss family to Mark Walter. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, DB. And if I find some Alexander the Grapes, I'm going to bring you some.
Please do.
Yeah. I'm going to steal them. I'll steal them from my kid to give them to you.
Oh, thank you very much,
no
Covino.
problem,
That's
man.
why I'm a Covino guy, you know?
Yeah, I got you, bro. Don't worry about it.
All right, DB, have a good night.
Enjoy your Thursday night football.
Guys, Monty will be here in a matter of minutes, so you don't have to worry.
Rich is on the edge of his seat. Don't worry about it.
Where's Monty?
Now, Rich, you're talking about who's for real Week 9.
Yeah.
You got to talk about the Chiefs. Bills. I want to know your thoughts on that.
We'll do that and a few more key matchups this week that are definitely going to paint the picture as to where we're headed for the second half of the NFL season. More CNR next.
What do you think the top-selling Halloween candies are? We all know everybody has their personal favorite.
Now, I'll give you the top 5.
Yeah.
Top 5. One non-chocolate makes the list. What do you think it is?
One non-chocolate. I got it.
The mini bags of?
Oh, mini bags of Starburst.
The little Sour Patch.
Oh, really?
The little Sour Patch. Number 4, Kit Kat, which I think is the go-to. Those mini Kit Kats. I've convinced myself.
How do you pass up on them? You know what I mean?
I've convinced myself.
This is why people get fat.
I've convinced myself 25 of those equal one real Kit Kat. I'm like, no, probably like 4.
That's Halloween dad mess.
Yeah,
Twix.
Yeah.
Twix
Same
Life.
with
You start
Twix.
pulling your dad's trick. Remember your dad's trick of the 80s? Like, yeah, I need to check the candy for razor blades or whatever. And he would take all the good stuff.
It's about 12 Twix, mini Twix equal like one real Twix, right?
It equals like one half of a Twix.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
I think you're right about
It
that.
equals one left Twix.
So, Sour Patch Kids 5, Kit Kat 4, number 3. Can I guess?
3 and 2 are boring, but there's legends.
It's the M&M brand.
M&M, and then number 2 is peanut M&Ms. That's your number 2. And the number 1 candy. I saw a documentary on the History Channel where you do some work. The food that built America. There was a candy episode about Hershey and Reese's and all that. Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. It was a dude, Reese's decided, no one ever decided to combine peanut butter and chocolate. And when he did, he was like,
Do you remember those goofy commercials? You got your chocolate in my peanut butter. you put my peanut butter in my chocolate.
That's your number one Halloween candy.
Number one. And by the way, that's another one. If they're laying around, you're not eating one. This is where it all begins. All the damage begins. So those are the top 5 Halloween candies.
Yeah.
Can I just say that my personal favorite is $100 and I say that because like you don't see them at the store and throughout the regular time of the year, and I cannot resist $100.
Well,
I think it's the perfect.
It's got all the perfect little
It's
ingredients.
got the crunchies, the caramel. Like I can't pass up that little turd nugget called $100.
Oh, that's a great little turd nugget.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's my personal favorite. But yeah, what's yours and what do you think of that? And that got us thinking when it comes to sports related candies. Sports related candy, what do you think of?
Being that I go to the snack shack like 3 days a week with my kids at the baseball and softball field.
Yeah.
I think one that I don't see anymore, but we loved as kids. You always bring it up. I feel like you loved it more than I did.
Because if you went to Moe's or Herman's or give me another one. Gotta go to Moe's.
A Sports Authority?
Sports Authority, Big Five. They always had Gator gum right there at the register.
The Gatorade gum.
And I'll give an honorable mention to Quench gum. But Gator gum, I could salivate thinking about it.
You ever see a picture and you could taste it? Like,
yeah, that one.
that sounds dirty.
Whoa,
hey.
Choking on your own saliva.
But that makes me think of another gum.
Dude, it's making him actually
I
salivate.
think I have a Gator gum from 82 stuck in my throat right now. From the mid 80s.
I'll let you
Invented by Jim Bouton. Another gum.
Yeah.
Former MLB pitcher, New York Yankee Jim Bouton, made a shredded gum to emulate tobacco. And that's Big League Chew.
Yeah. You know what? Kids still love it. It's still at the snack shack. Kids love some Big League Chew. And Aaron Judge became one of the faces of Big League Chew. So it's sort of back in a big way.
Speaking of Yankees that hit home runs, number 44 himself, from 78 to 81, the Reggie bar was a big deal. Reggie Jackson had his own bar, but it ended in 81, but it came back for nostalgic reasons in the 90s
like
and the 2010s. Like it goes away and
Looks
comes
like a
back.
Reggie turd.
Like a patty, yeah, like a.
A Reggie turd. Looks like Reggie had corn for dinner.
And
Okay.
you know what? We left the best for last, but it's really a misconception, like Dave Concepcion.
Yeah.
It's a misconception. And that's the Baby Ruth, number
Baby
one.
Ruth?
And everyone thinks it's about Babe Ruth, and I'm going to let you believe that, but apparently it's not. It was invented in 1921, and it was a tribute to Ruth Cleveland, Grover Cleveland's daughter.
Bullshit.
But everyone thinks it's Babe Ruth, so we say it's Babe Ruth, and we move on.
Popularized by Sloth.
There you go.
All right.
And wait, hold on. Can I just, for the old guys watching, buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks? Come on, dude.
Who has Cracker Jacks?
Me.
I do like Cracker Jacks.
Yeah, how do you not like them? What are you, a fiddle faddle
It's
guy?
caramel popcorn. How can you hate it?
What are you,
You buying Cracker Jacks at the stadium?
what are you, a Crunch and Munch guy?
Well,
Last time I had Cracker Jacks, it looked like this box.
I mean,
You weren't a fan of the prize?
You
A little
should
tattoo?
dress up as a little Cracker Jack guy for Halloween.
You want a chunky bar? I got some chunky bars. Chunky's back, and it's bigger than ever.
Diabetes.
You want some Twizzlers? What do you want, man?
You said the Chunky bar? I haven't
Chunky's
heard
back.
of that in the longest time.
wide for Chunky.
Chunky's back, dude. Covino and Rich.
Who sings this? Bow Wow?
Correctamundo.
Not Lil Bow Wow. Like Bow Wow from the 80s.
Covino and Rich live from the Fox Sports Radio studio. Thanks for all your feedback on the candy stuff. And by the way, we had a really fun Patreon today. And we have so much fun with you, Fox Sports Radio Nation. Would love if you joined us Monday through Thursday. We do that before this show every day.
Uncensored, more personal, dumb stories. It gets a little raw and uncensored, but if you want to join our Patreon, all the info's on our social media, at Covino and Rich.
Patreon.com/Covino and Rich. And we also have a bonus pod. And it's a hybrid of both, really. It's a hybrid of our Patreon and our Fox Sports Radio show. And it's called Overpromise because we can't fit all this fun into 2 hours here on Fox Sports Radio. So I can tell you what we're going to discuss on Overpromised in 10 minutes, all right? We're going to talk about perfect endings because it seems like baseball's unfurling to the perfect ending.
I mean, if
it goes Game 7.
If it goes Game 7 and Shohei takes the mound.
Oh, boy.
It's like baseball's going to,
So we talk perfect endings in sports and life. Perfect endings. We talk Halloween do's and don'ts. And who might be ass? I think you're going to love this segment this week.
Yeah. Who's ass?
Who might be ass? And Rich has more picks, NFL picks, on Overpromised, episode 115. Brand new episode debuts in 9 minutes on our YouTube page, Covino and Rich FSR. You can chime in live. Covino and Rich FSR on YouTube. Send it to a friend and join us on Overpromised in 9 minutes.
Let me hit you up with another telling game, week 9 of the NFL. We're just going over the games that I feel like, based on the result, will be a very big reflection of where the team is going. Though banged up, and though it looks like Mac Jones is getting another start, I have to be real and keep it real with my 49ers. They're 5-3. In a softer...
They're barely favored against the Giants, right?
In a softer NFC where I agree with Dan Beyer, where we talked about how the Niners, even if they got into the playoffs at 10-7, there's a lack of talent in depth in the NFC. There's teams at the top, like the Lions and the Eagles and, the Packers, but teams like the Niners could slip in, but right now they're 5-3. You got to go to the East Coast. You got to take care of the Giants. Come out of that game 6-3 because you have the Rams next week, and then you have the Cardinals and Panthers, which are two very winnable games. So you sneak by. If you're the Niners, you're 5-3, 6-3.
They should do that.
I'll give the Rams that game, 6-4. Cardinals 7-4. Panthers 8-4. I think the Niners need to be 8-4 after 12 games. And I think that all starts with you have to go 3-1 in the next 4 to, I think, keep pace. And the Giants should be a W. The Niners can't go to the East Coast and lose to the Giants without Scatterboo, without Malik Neighbors, with disarray and a rookie quarterback. Robert Saleh that team shouldn't really move the ball if Robert Saleh's defensive schemes are up to par.
Disarray? Never heard of him. So, week 9 begins tonight. We're excited about it.
It's where
night.
It's where the Ravens start their mission.
Yeah, Ravens, Dolphins.
Ain't happening.
Who else is for real? Rich, I told you left me on a cliffhanger. Chiefs, Buffalo. To me, it's a very telling game. Chiefs got to win this one because it seems like every week the Chiefs get better and better and better. We're like, just not their year. But it seems like with good coaching, they've made adjustments, and they're playing big. But this one's at Buffalo. Do you think this is a telling game?
I think you're looking at, Dan Beyer, I'll give him more props. Maybe he'll be a Rich Davis guy again.
Never.
You know how I said the NFC seems pretty set? You got the Eagles, you got the Lions and Packers, you got the Bucks, and you probably got Rams, maybe even Niners and Seahawks, right? Unless some other lower team like the Cowboys or someone just somehow steps on the gas, or the Vikings, or someone really turns it around, the NFC seems like you sort of have a clue of where we're headed. The AFC, I'm intrigued to see if Buffalo drops this game. Are we just going to give into the idea that the Patriots are the owners of the AFC East again? And the Bills are going to be like a wild card team?
That's why I'm feeling it's a telling game.
The Bills
this is where the Bills could sort of redeem themselves.
We were all full of it. Remember in the beginning of the year, we're like, guys, it's very clear. It's like a three-headed monster. Chiefs, Bills, and Ravens. Ravens need a lot of help. Bills are slipping, and the Chiefs started weak, and now are up there.
What's interesting, though, is 2 preseasons ago, people were down on the Bills, remember?
Yeah.
And they shot out of a cannon. People are, we were wrong about that, and it's kind of the opposite.
Are they going to get good? We're waiting for them to turn it around. I told my girlfriend to draft Josh Allen in her fantasy league. She's like, he stinks. I'm like, I don't know. He's supposed to be good. They're supposed to be good. I don't know why. This is their chance to turn it around against the Chiefs. That's a big statement game. I don't think it's going to happen.
I draft Sydney Sweeney in my fantasy league.
She's in my
and Madison Beer too.
I'll fight you for her. Yeah.
So.
All right.
My fantasies are different than yours, apparently.
In fact, you know what? We're going to talk.
You can keep Josh Allen.
We'll talk Sydney Sweeney on Overpromised. How about that?
All right, perfect. Arrivederci, baby.
See you in the Overpromised land.
Goodbye.
Let's go.